Now let's get on the politics side. What's good? What's going on? I know you want to clear a couple things up. Let's shoot the shit.
I figured you'd have some questions for me, but
I'm just saying, like, you already know the deal. Like you
Well,
know what happened last weekend. You know, my bad. You know, it's nothing on my end. You know, I gotta play the middleman. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh no, I don't care. I mean, you said, like, you know, he said Kap Kallous, and you said I fucks with Kap Kallous.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely do.
Fucks with Kap Kallous. You know what I mean? So everyone does fuck with me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really have any enemies, so I'm not too worried about it. You know, I mean, I guess about with the whole situation with D is that, like, I think at the end of the day, he's got a lot of things misconstrued. You know what I mean? Like, and because he's not communicating properly with the people, you know what I mean? Like,
I got you.
I think that might be the whole situation. Like, you know, like, I've never had a problem with DNA, nor do I dislike DNA. I think he's mad talented. You know what I mean? I think he's just, you know, like, kind of a young dude that has a lot of people in his ear telling him what they think is the right move for him, and sometimes they're not the right move for him. You know what I mean? And I could be wrong. This is my assumption. You know what I mean? This is just my opinion. You know what I mean? But the whole deal with Grizzlemania is, like, when he was saying, like, oh, people don't deserve to get 8 Gs, I've never paid an MC $8,000.
Yeah, I was just about to tell you. I was just about to ask you that too. Yeah, like, what's good with that? A lot of I know a lot of people gotta, like, a lot of rappers gotta be, like, bragging and stuff. Like, they probably throw a number there to make themselves look better. And I'm not saying no names, but I'm just saying there's probably people out there that's saying they're getting paid a hell of money and they really not.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people tell girls that they got huge dicks and mad money too. Like, at the end of the day, like, that's just not the case. Like, yo, like, I didn't peel even a quarter of that to anybody who battled at Grizzlemania.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll put it like that. And people who are huge names battled at Grizzlemania. Like, basically, Grizzlemania was this. Like, I threw that Grizzlemania too as a party for myself. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
I put together the battles that I wanted to see. I had a certain price set on every battle that I could afford. You know what I mean? And that's how I put together. I really wanted to see 24/7 versus DNA, so I basically hit up DNA like, yo, like, what's good? He told me the 2024 was on his level. I told him literally everybody on the internet disagrees. Everyone wanted to see that battle. Am I correct?
Yeah, definitely. Everybody wants to see, just a battle on period. And plus, that's a great battle for Grizzle.
And he was like, well, I'll smash that cat. It's not worth my time. And I was like, all right, well, I mean, if it's not worth your time, you know, if I'll put it like this, like, if I was 18, 19 years old and in a position where I didn't have a job and I was trying to do the best things to promote myself, and Grind Time is by far the best promotion for a battle rapper right now, and someone was willing to fly me out and put me up in a hotel, even before any money was offered, if I was, like, that young and didn't even have a job, I'd be there.
Definitely.
Really you know, if I was pro hip hop and I was pro trying to make my movement possible, I'd be there. Especially because I know he was salty about the debatable L that he took to Lil Farnham at Grizzlemania 1. I would assume that he would jump at the task of battling someone who's even more respected in Florida and coming out for Grizzlemania 2. And granted, he didn't get flown out, nor did he get put up in a hotel for Grizzlemania 1. You know what I mean? And on top of all that, I was willing to give DNA, like, dough. Like, I think I was willing to give him, like, $300 to $500 or whatever it was. I'm pretty sure it was $500 is what I told him. And he told me he needed a G.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm sorry. I'm like, I can't give you that. But, I mean, to me, like, a plane ticket plus a hotel room and plus $400 or $500, that's more than $1,000 anyways.
Yeah, of course.
So, like, you know what I mean? And, like, you know, I don't know whatever situation he has with any other battle leagues, but, I mean, I know for a fact that he's not getting paid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's not getting paid like that, nor is he getting flown anywhere. So it's like, to me, it's like you could have just obviously been like, homie, like, I don't want to do the battle. Because I know originally he thought that I was trying to force him to do the battle. And it's like, I don't force anyone to do anything. Like, you know, like, you're your own person. If you want to do something, you do it. If you don't want to do it, say no.
Yeah.
But I mean, and when we had that conversation, he was like, well, you know what? Then I just don't want to do it. And then a week later, I talked to him on the phone, and we had, like, a little argument for about, like, 5-10 minutes, and then we kind of cleared everything up. And if I remember correctly, him and I had, like, a good, like, 30-45-minute conversation about, like, basically me explaining to him why it's a good look for him. And I thought we had, like, a very mature clearing on the situation. That, like, yo, like, you know what I mean? If you do this battle, it's a good look. I know I can't pay you exactly what you want, but you will get paid, you will get put up, you will get flown out, and, you know, when's your next battle going to come out? Now, we haven't even seen another DNA battle since
Tsunami
Surf battle.
Tsunami Surf, yeah.
You know what I mean? Which has been a long, long time. So, like, you know, more or less, I was right. Like, he would be basically sitting on an amazing battle right now that was about to come out. He'd have a little bit of bread in his pocket, and he would have been flown out to Miami, Florida. Now, I mean, again, if I was a young kid like that, I would have jumped at the task. But for some reason, whatever, you know, it was, he thought it was a smarter decision not to. And he could be right. Maybe, you know, he would have went out there and gotten destroyed by 24/7. Maybe, you know what I mean, it wouldn't have been the classic battle that I thought it was going to be. Like, I'm willing to play devil's advocate. On top of that, 24/7 was willing to put up a G outside of what I was going to give to DNA.
Yeah.
Put up against him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, to me, that shit just didn't make any sense. So, I mean, literally, I was calling to clarify that situation where it's like, one, I'm not paying these rappers like this ridiculous amount of money. Like, your payment in Grind Time is the promotion that you get out of Grind Time. Like, you know, we get the most views. We try to set up the best battles. You get to rock in front of a lot of fucking people. There was over 400 people there on the main day of GrizzleMania. You were there. The crowd was live.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And it's a good look. You know what I mean? Especially to be an event of that caliber. You know what I mean? To be on the same card as Iron Solomon, E-Ness, Mac Lethal, Thesaurus, Dirtbag Dan, Real Deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like the whole U.S. right there. That's
right
like...
now, it made sense for DNA to be there because he is mad good. He's very talented. You know what I mean? But, I mean, I just feel like at the end of the day, I think it's more of a maturity thing. You know what I mean? And not understanding business and having your head in the wrong place. You know what I mean? Like, I pick up my phone. I've never not picked up the phone for anybody. So it's like, and that was the whole thing when I was telling you, him and I had a conversation, and he told me, he was like, well, you know what? He called me, like, I want to say like 2 months before GrizzleMania, and we had that whole conversation where we argued at the beginning, and then we kind of had a clearing where I tried to explain to him the reasons why I thought it was a good idea. And he was like, you know what? He's like, I'm going to think about the battle, and then I'll let you know tomorrow. He's like, I'll give you a call within the next 24 hours and give you like my 100% yes or no answer.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, I respect that, homie. You know what? Like, I thought we had a real clearing, and like, you know, I think that's a mature response. You know what I mean? Like, weigh out your options. Let me know if that works for you, and we'll try to make it pop. And I never got a call back.
Damn. I feel that.
I mean, even if he called to say no, like, not once did he ever call me back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, that was just like kind of a telltale sign of like, obviously you don't fuck with me. You know what I mean? Like, something deep down makes you think that I'm probably trying to play you out. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Like, that's cool, whatever. But like, you can literally ask anyone I've ever done business with. Like, I do the best business possible. Like, you know, like when I say you're gonna get something, you get that up front.
Yeah, I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like when I went there, you know what I mean? You told me I was good the whole fucking time. You know what I mean? It was great.
Yeah, so I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I was really just basically wanted to call in and like make sure people know that like if you do business with me, it's always good business. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not out here to slander people. I'm not out here to make people bad. Like, only you can make you look bad. You know what I mean? And like, you know, people are on this shit like, hey, they're out to get me, and it's like, no one's out to get you. Like, I was out to get you some money and to get you some exposure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, at the end of the day, it's like, I guess you didn't want to fuck with me. I think that he thinks that like him and Cortez were like set up to lose at GrizzleMania 1, which is not the case. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have any type of like side anything going on with anyone. So it's like, to me, I think it's a lot of misconstrued and like people who be thinking way too much about situations that are non-realistic. You know what I mean? It's like arguing politics and aliens and masonry. Like, it's all shit that people buy into too heavily and don't really fucking understand what's going on.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, like at the end of the day, like, this is MC battling. This is hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, this is what you want to do for the rest of your life, and it's a career opportunity. If you're turning down opportunities because you don't understand how business works, you're playing yourself.
Yeah. I understand that. I understand that.
Now, and with that being said, I don't know if I could ever do business with him now. You know what I mean? Because, like, obviously, like, I mean, you didn't even call me back.
Yeah, I got you.
Like, that's my whole thing is, like, you know what I mean? Like, if he called me back and he was like, you know what, I'm not going to do it. I just don't think it's a good look. I would have been like, you know what, cool.
Yeah.
Like, why would I care? It doesn't change my event. I had a great event without it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't change anything, you know? But I just think, you know, I think it's funny. And then I guess, like, his whole problem with Captain, and, like, I guess he doesn't have a problem with Lush, but he's got a problem with Captain, and he doesn't have a problem with me, but he just doesn't fuck with me publicly. I just think, you know what I mean? Like, at a certain extent, like, you know, I mean, Grind Time made, like, a huge a huge platform for you to display your skill on. And like, never will I ever say that he's not skilled. Like, I think he's very talented. I just think he's young, you know what I mean, and needs to start thinking more on a businessman level, high school, than on a high school gossip level. You know what I mean? Like, so that's how I feel or whatever, you know, like on the situation.